Hey, happy Sunday. Thanks for joining if you have, and if you haven't gotten here yet, thank you for thinking about it. Happy Sunday. We are not really sure what this neighborhood is called. It's got a cute name though. We're below Santa Monica Boulevard on Van Ness, and we are going to head to the Hancock Park area. I'm going to try to show you a couple of really cool houses. Probably going to start off at the mayor's house. If I'm not arrested there for being a creepy person with the camera outside of the mayor's house, we'll continue on to a couple of other cool, giant, historic mansions in the Hancock Park area, and we're going to end at a couple of cool apartment buildings. So thanks for being here. It's going to be a light and lively walk. It really feels like a spring day after a couple of days of feeling kind of like a summer day. So it's quite lovely. I don't know what the temperature is. Hey, Carrie, welcome, welcome. I could check the temperature though. I definitely started my watch also. Sorry for being 20 minutes early or 10 minutes late, depending on your point of view. Joe, can we get a temperature check? You know I can't do it and walk at the same time. So it should be fun. Look, a little bookshelf. I love these. And a dish to feed your cat. That's pretty cool. So Larchmont is the area that we're in. I got a little take a book. Huh. No art of the deal? Yeah. So welcome, welcome, happy Sunday. If you're joining for the first time, please take a moment to like, chat. Like, subscribe, and chat. I think that's what that little sticker says. We have started a membership. I put the first 2 member videos up last night. I want to thank our new members real quick. Brand new sidewalk surfers. Thank you so much. We love your patronage. I hit a little network patch as we travel down this very residential neighborhood. I'm really hoping I don't run into that in Hancock Park. Picking back up. It really, I'm glad I don't get hay fever. It really smells like dandelions for some reason. Hey Jolan, sorry about that. I was just in a, shall we say, Little warp there. I would love having this kind of house with these windows, but I wouldn't want them opening on the sidewalk. I decided to come on 20 minutes early because it's going to take us to start or get to where we need to start about 20 minutes, so almost stepped in dog doodle. Hold on, I'm gonna just check my thing for us. Hey, Cecilia. So we're on Beverly. This is Windsor Square. We're gonna start off by walking this lovely neighborhood. To the east of us is Western. We walk down Western all the time. To the west of us, Rossmore / Vine, where we will end the stream today. So happy Sunday. It's beautiful out. I think I was in a weird spot when I said this, but I just wanted to thank our brand new members. Take that opportunity to. Brand new sidewalk surfers. I uploaded some emojis last night. We can definitely work on these. And I uploaded a couple videos, and I promise you we'll put more stuff up. So, compared to where I live, these are kind of mansions. But they're not the mansions that we're going to see. I used to drive down the parallel street to this every day, where the houses are slightly smaller, way cuter. Not way cuter, I'm sorry, but cuter. Hey, She Clicks Bricks. We're watching you this morning. Choosing your next fantasy. The suitcase. I definitely was excited for the suitcase, but I also would like to see the glass rose also. I looked those up on Amazon after watching you, of course, and I saw the rose for $19.99. I think I do love me some flowers, but that might be my first build. Not trying to start a brick channel though. I think the rose is just about my patience level. Hey, JK. So heute, you'll see Hollywood. Oh, please use those emojis. Unless you hate them, then I'll create some more. That's not the house from 8 is Enough, but every time I drive by it, I kind of imagine that it is. Or maybe it is. And if you're old enough to remember 8 is Enough, so two-door style is big here. We are on Van Ness. We are in, I forget what it's called, but we're heading to Hancock Park. Begins with an L. I never come here, although it's super cute. When I see these houses, so I'm 2 people. I'm not 2 people, but Joe and I, 2 people, 2 dogs. Even if I had 2 kids, sorry, it's a lot of house to heat and clean. Not that I would say no if someone gave it to me. Hey, brave bull, happy sad. So At the very end of this, when we get to those really cool apartment buildings, I went ahead and got the rent, so you can have a sense of what the rent is. So I'm using, I feel like a Luddite. I'm using this to get us where we need to go. I may have to speak the address a couple times. I might swear and drop it a couple times. I haven't used any type of phone other than the iPhone since the BlackBerry, God rest its soul. So I feel really like, and also I use a Mac everything, so I really am learning this new system, and I don't use this phone every day just for the walks. Hey, Walking USA, welcome, welcome. We just subscribed to your channel last night. You guys should check out Walking USA. Transmission bump. It's good that there's an ad. You say that now, but we're coming on, well, we're in the mayor's neighborhood, right? We're just a couple blocks away. I mean, it's block after block of Craftsman, Tudor, colonial. Emphasis on the colonial. We're gonna turn here. Maybe not. This is also looks like the kind of neighborhood where somebody's gonna scream in my face for taping them, so we're gonna try to avoid people. We're gonna walk up to Hollywood later, so we won't have to avoid people for long. We're about 15 minutes away from the mayor's house. I think I miscalculated. But it doesn't matter. Because we'll get there eventually. And I guess the trip is the most fun part, right? I'm gonna put that phone in my back pocket. Hopefully will not butt dial anybody. I haven't yet because the only person whose number is in that phone is Joe's. So if you get a call from my pocket phone, don't pick up. Alright, so this is a street of more humble, that's air quotes, but if I did that I would drop my camera, humble homes. Delightful nonetheless. We're on Norton. Yeah, you know, it vacillates. This day is not sure if it wants to be sunny or cloudy. So, depending on your perspective. Full disclosure, once I start wearing shorts, I don't like to wear anything else. I feel like also, the older I get, the more I like to wear shorts, but I'm always freezing. So these are the houses, even though they're still really not mansions. I can imagine like Sunset Boulevard or Whatever Happened to Baby Jane taking place in. The house from Whatever Happened to Baby Jane is on Highland. Every street should look as canopied as that, though. It will be really fun if we walk by a house on my list before we get to it and I don't notice. Oh, I love that too. I would love to live in that little garage apartment. Again, though, the sunny days. It'll probably be 10 degrees hotter. All right, this looks like a movie set. It is not. You know, canopied streets have a lot of health benefits, especially in the city. We could definitely check on Citizen app. Despite what you may hear, according to the Citizen app, crime is down. Oh, look at this pink lady. The corner lot. All right, I wouldn't mind paying for that electricity, maybe. There's Spanish Revival next door to a Tudor Revival. It's getting brighter out. I can see it. And then this is a Italian Renaissance looking thing. This one actually looks slightly newer. But it's not. It's just really well kept. So we may have walked up this street. This is historic Windsor Square, or the Windsor neighborhood. I feel like we did. It was super wet when we woke up this morning outside, which for this walk, also they're part of the Windsor Watch, Crime and Patrol. But look at that gorgeous house. Now we're gonna cross one more time. So I think if we go back, this house has been under construction for like 3 months. Hey, West Coast G. Happy Sunday. I saw you and the husky driving around yesterday. It was a super great day, but kind of beautiful in its way. If I could have any type of house like architectural style, but realistically, because again, ooh, look at these guys. I would probably want a modern house. Something that would not only be energy efficient, but have a lot of light. This is like a bewitched house here. Totally Leave It to Beaver. Across from this. It's a beautiful day. It's not too hot. I should have worn shorts. That's my advice to you. Okay, I've stopped looking at my Google Maps. So let's see what I can do here. Cool. Oh my god, adorable. We're still like 15 minutes away. Look at this pink parfait. these people don't think I'm casing their place. I guess I would feel kind of creepy. Ooh, those people have their Christmas oh no, that's part of the stained glass. I thought that was a bell. Like leaded glass, or leaded stained glass. I love those crisscross windows. I wish, when I was a kid, I wanted our house to have those windows so bad. Like the Fisher-Price Little People house. I don't think I'm going to go to Grand Central Market today. It's a little crazy on a Sunday. Everybody's off. I do think, I'm going to plug in real quick. I do think that today I am going to end up in Hollywood, though. And you might too, as long as my gimbal lasts. Welcome, Gridley. These houses are protected by Plymouth Watch. So if you try to get in any of these, a bunch of pilgrims run out and it's all over for you. Mighty Bull, happy Sunday. We're happy to receive your blessings, as always. So when I was creating the emojis last night, I assumed that I could load up endless emojis. I can only load up however many I loaded up. So I have like a bunch of emojis, member emojis in the wings. 2 more members, feel free to join. And we will unleash some new emojis and vote on some emojis. We can do anything. So I'm going to turn on third as we make our way to the mayor's. The mayor is your son? This house on the corner that has this green awning on it, kind of 50s looking. I feel like that house used to have a bunch of statues in it, but I usually walk down this street, drive down this street, not walk. So I might be a misplaced memory. Here's an open house. Should we check it out? I will lie and say that my partner is in Hong Kong working, and so I couldn't bring them. So this was the next best thing. Hey, next level. All right, here's Larchmont Village. This is kind of out of the way of where we're going. Really cute. Remind me to check it out. Hey, next level. Happy Sunday. Obrigado for joining us. I'm really tempted to walk to Larchmont. I did not put sunblock on today, unfortunately. So I want to get to the shady part of the street. Joe, please don't yell at me. I'm not that brave to build up that lie. Also, my sneakers, these are the sneakers that I've been wearing for walking since I've started this blog. Since I started streaming on YouTube, and I'm a couple steps away from needing a new pair. Also, they're very dirty. I'll show them to you. Super comfortable. Highly recommend them. They are not sponsoring this video. I don't think I'll buy this brand again because variety is the spice of life. Say hi to the Waymo. Woo! It definitely comes in this neighborhood. So Jay, it's getting nicer and nicer actually. The blue sky is above me. The June gloom is ahead, although it's not June, so it's maybe March. Hey, Love Perp, we're definitely gonna go down Rossmore. That's the final, I'm not gonna say final destination, I just did. That's the end of the sort of walking tour part. And then I'm hoping that we can walk up Vine to Hollywood. So Rossmore and Vine are the same street, they change at Melrose. A happy Saturday. I mean Sunday. I didn't live stream yesterday, as you may or may not know. Long story, but I love to tell it. Oh my gosh, it's the house from 8 is enough again. I'm gonna buy one of these houses so we can throw YouTube parties. My big mistake sometimes is going up Arden. There are no lights. Hey MC, happy Sunday. Thank you so much for joining. So let me check my Google Maps. You swipe up to open. I type my secret code in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I said that out loud. And we got a little off track. Oh no, we didn't. I don't know how to read the Google Maps. Well, Joe is celebrating his birthday at home while I walk around the town. Hey, Thessaloniki Walker. Welcome. Love Greece. I love Brazil too. I've never been to Brazil. I've been to Greece. So we're going to take a left on Rossmore. These guys, sorry I dropped something. These guys are kind of hedged up, so we'll only get a couple of peeks. Rossmore is probably a little older. Alright, okay. Oh no. Here we go, some more two doors. Imagine when there were only just like little cottages or like little craftsman bungalows, if people were calling these McMansions, and now they're so revered, possibly haunted. The first stop is going to be the mayor's, John Paul Getty's residence, former residence, I guess. And there's my place. Don't dox me. So on 6th Street, we're going to take a left. I'm saying that for myself as much as you, from my memory. I love that little grassy doorway. So while it feels like we are just in the middle of these country estates, we're actually 4 blocks from Windsor Boulevard, 10 blocks from Hollywood Boulevard. Don't count the blocks because I could be wrong. I think that's why maybe... Also, Western used to be really pretty dicey. I think that's why maybe this area is probably prone to a little more crime. But, as they pointed out, definitely not in the mountains, so the fear of, an F-I-R-E, I don't know why I spelled that, I could have blurted out, is probably a little less prescient down here. Most of these are built in the 20s and 30s. It must have been weird to live here when it was like the only house. Hey, Simply Sonora! Happy Sunday! I don't know that we're near the guard gate. Oh, for the mayor? I think we're about 10 minutes away. We haven't gotten to the first house yet. What I'm trying to figure out with these is a lot of the times, whatever the topic is, we do really immediately, and then because we're having such a good time chatting, I end up staying on, and then people join us later and they're like, what? I thought you were at a farmer's market. So I wanted to delay getting to the first spot. I just didn't think I would be delaying it by this much. But thank you for joining us. I love seeing you all. I no longer really know... Oh, I'm on Rossmore. I was like, I no longer know what street I'm on. Oof. Very ostentatious with a very small front lawn. It's that kind of house that says, we're rich. I use my Apple News feed to read news religiously, so I'm probably getting way too slanted liberal news, which is fine with me. Whoa, look at this place. Hidden behind a hedge. Lovely color. And a couple months ago, I kept getting a story, and it was not that interesting, but it kept coming up month after month after month. And it was about how rich people don't have curtains anymore. In their apartments. I started that trend a long time ago, by the way. Not rich. So here's 6th. We're probably going to stand here for a second because we are going to miss that light. Actually, we still might miss the light, but Windsor Boulevard is the next street down. I feel like Meghan Markle also lived around here somewhere. I remember reading that she rented a house in Hancock Park. If you're into that. Oh no, I'm not. If I were rich, I would be hovering around the city instead of walking. It would be hovering in LA. And then nobody would Nobody would keep singing Walking in LA to me, so we're going left on 6th. I probably shouldn't have crossed there, but whatever. Windsor Square, Historic Preservation Zone. The word zone makes it sound spooky. I cannot afford... I don't buy eggs, actually. I probably could afford them, though. I would just have to give up on my fancy cheese. I'm kidding. I do love me some fancy stuff, I gotta say. But we use it slowly, maple syrup. I love maple syrup. Being from New Hampshire, the yang to Vermont's ying. Canadian maple syrup especially. But Vermont, Butterfield Farm. I would rather have maple syrup over eggs. So we're on Arden again. We're backtracking. We're gonna go right on Irving. The taco emojis are made in the USA. So yes, don't get me started on that. I'm so a little embarrassed to be American right now. But I'm happy to be from California. We're going to become Taco Emoji Joe. It doesn't look that much like the one that comes with the iPhone. Show me some of the other emojis. I couldn't see them once I loaded them up. I want to see Charlie Chaplin. Oh, cute. City Hall is my favorite. 8 more minutes. 0.3 miles till we turn right on South Irving. I was so bummed that I couldn't make or upload more emojis. Sorry, the network connection is buffering. I definitely turned the Wi-Fi off today. I actually think that might be a house on our tour. Don't look. Okay, so the houses are getting bigger and bigger. And I really hope you can see them. Wilshire Boulevard is right down there. I think we're picking up again. You know the mayor has to have good connectivity. So we're a little closer. We're just looking for Irving. I'm not wearing any political t-shirts. I'm not wearing my Walking in LA cap, which is coming on Tuesday. So I just look like a kind of creepy dad with a gimbal. Another two-door. We need more trees in general. Like, this is a pleasure to walk through. Here a two-door, there a two-door, everywhere a two-door, two-door. I'll say, I just wanted to film your house for my friends in Colombia. I've used you guys as an excuse before. I would love nothing than to just kind of lie under these ferns for a couple of hours. Except then I would start thinking about bugs or snakes or getting my clothes dirty. I'm really uptight. I gotta work on that. Oh, look at this. I can't even see it, but you can. That looks like a Beverly Hills mansion, all right. Now, that house is under construction. That's the only reason I peeked over the fence like that. Well, that's not the only reason, because I was nosy also. Woo! I'm surprised it wasn't a tear down, actually. We do love to tear stuff down here. So, again, that's Wilshire Boulevard. Pastoral scene where we are. Lovely English ivory. And the rhythm of the street right down there. That White House. Hey, Joe's Lawn and Snow. Welcome. Really nice lawns here also. And hedges. This is a lovely hedge. It said preservation zone. Because LA is too cool for an area. And now I keep singing highway to the danger zone. There's a Waymo. That's not part of the song. Here, we're on Irving. Finally, Mayor Bass, where are you at? Maybe she'll come out and greet us. Let me make sure I'm supposed to go left. I'll probably be able to tell by the Secret Service. Or whatever they're called. Grandpa can't open the phone. Oh, we're right here. South Irving. 604. Oh. What's this? Two-door style building built in 1921. That has got to be 605. I don't see a number. Yeah, there are like 20,000 cars in the lot. So that's where our fine mayor lives. Let me tell you about the building. I'm not going to keep facing it though. I used to live in the same neighborhood as Eric Garcetti when he was running for mayor, like a couple houses away. All right, here's something hilarious. All right, so 1921 Tudor revival. I'm just checking my notes so I don't give you any bad information. This guy was crafted in 1921. Guess how much it cost in 1921? $83,000. I'm not sure when Getty left. I probably should have checked. Or got rid of the house. But I feel like the mayor really lives like in the thick of it, to be honest. So the next place we're going to go to, let me open my dumb arse Google phone. Hold on. Okay. Let's stop and get rid of that. I actually made an entire Google Maps list, but it kept reordering everything, and I just didn't want to look too stupid on my walk. Although I am. I always put things in the wrong pocket. All right. Here's another little Tudor brick house. I didn't bring a notebook, I just brought pieces of paper. I thought that would be a little easier to deal with, but I'm finding it hard to deal with. All right, so the next house we're going to is on 505 South Plymouth Boulevard. So let's take a walk down Wilshire. .505 South Plymouth Boulevard. All right, we're on our way. 9 minutes. So, as for perspective, downtown is right over there. You can see the big tower. Doesn't look so big. Los Altos Hotel and Apartments. I made a Los Altos Hotel and Apartments t-shirt that I'll be printing this month. So Wilshire Boulevard, Crenshaw Boulevard goes to Crenshaw. We're in front of this giant monster building owned by the Harbor Company. Let me know if the wind is too windy. I think I would almost prefer just wearing a Garmin. I almost just swore. All right. I love that the whole 20 years that I've lived here, and I have been getting older and really leaning into it, you know, as we should. Adriana from Adriana's Insurance looks younger and younger every year. Okay, let's dip back away. We unfortunately walked down to Wilshire. Let's dip up in one more block. We kind of dipped down to Wilshire at a boring block. So that's the Dunes Inn, not to be confused with the Dunes Inn. I wonder if it's related to the one on Sunset Boulevard. Maybe it's a Dunes Inn chain. Wilshire Boulevard has some of the loveliest churches. There are some videos online of people, I think maybe in the 40s or 50s, driving down Wilshire Boulevard when it was still really grand, where it was grand, and underdeveloped where it was underdeveloped, and it looked just kind of magnificent. But times change. We're gonna dip back up where the lawns are nice. Straight ahead at the end of the street, the Hollywood sign. This lady in the car that sees me filming it probably thinks I'm ridiculous for filming it from so far away. Little does she know, I'm not a tourist. Except for today. Thanks, Joe. Oh. Are we? This looks like something out of one of those Slim Aaron's photos, except for the rug on the rail. Sorry. That should be punishable if that's your house, leaving your hallway carpet on your rail. But at the same time, I think that should be your prerogative if you want to do something like that. Screw me. And then you have this, the ranch. Do you ever miss Los Angeles, Joe? Oh, my phone is saying turn left. East Coast. All right. Love the house. The doorway doesn't match. Sorry. It's important to pay homage to the structure. So we're gonna cross here, walk up Plymouth. Again, a beautiful canopy of trees. I'm gonna walk slow. Just the wind, the leaves gently falling. You can't smell them, but the roses. Beautiful. Every neighborhood should not have these giant houses, I don't think, but every neighborhood should have that kind of foliage. So we're on Plymouth, walking up. So the next house is called the Petit Fil-Bouze house. A 1922 Italian Renaissance, designed by Charles F. Plummer. And I forgot to press the button, so I'm gonna jaywalking in LA. Sorry, jaywalking. Jaywalker. I can't read my own handwriting. It's supposed to be 5:45, not 5:05. So this is the Petit Bonfil house. I don't really... Petit Fil-Bouze house. Sorry, I don't know where I got that. So that's the residence of the British Consul General. And both Prince William and Catherine have stayed here. Funny, a couple blocks away from Meghan's place. Thank you. So, hey Stream Elements, you are very welcome. Thanks for being here. So this is 1928. This house was built. It actually looks a little not so old. It's giving me Cheesecake Factory vibes. I'm not really sure why. So next we're going to head to 450 South June Street. So let me plug that into my... You know I love a bot, Joe, so I'm thanking the bot. Can you change its name to Walkie? Goodness gracious. Okay. Hi, puppers.
Are you doing a vlog?
Yeah, we're looking at a bunch of old houses in this area, right? So we just looked at that one, and we're going to 450 South June Street, the Wallace Neff house.
Really?
Yeah.
But you have a channel?
Yeah.
Can I know?
Yeah, it's walking underscore, like underline,
Where?
walking in LA.
Let me, you don't mind me?
No, I don't mind at all.
Yeah, because I'm a YouTube watcher.
Me too. That's how I
Okay,
started the
great.
channel. So we're called Walking in LA. Let me see if I could pull it up for you.
Oh, okay.
I'm not very good with this
I'm
phone.
sure you're better than I am.
Not today. Oh, I keep turning it off.
Any day.
This is my bonus phone, so I don't
Okay.
know how to use it. All right, 3 6. My code. I'm gonna wait for that to show up. YouTube. Never knew I could do so much with my hands. All right, is this my channel? That's my channel. And then let's see if I can. That's not my channel. Where am I? There am I.
Oh, wait, can I take a picture?
Absolutely,
of this?
yeah.
Yeah, okay, wait. Hold on. No.
I do that all the time too.
Okay, wait. Let's see.
Here, I'll try to.
Is it what? Walking?
In LA.
Just like that?
Yep.
Walking in LA?
With the underline.
Oh, where's the underline?
You see walking. Whoops. All right, sorry. Boop. My fingers are too big.
Okay.
And then
But I think if I put it, it will automatically come
Right.
or
It
directed
should,
to
right?
that. Usually,
You have to
when
look
it-
a couple times though, because
yeah.
there's
How
a
is it
song.
how long have you? Just so I.
Probably since August, but
Oh,
we
so
go
let's.
live in January. Since January.
Okay, so very recent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Got about
subscribe.
180 videos. Yeah. Check
Well,
it out.
good luck.
Nice to meet
Thank
you.
so
Take
much.
care.
You too. Thank you.
You guys, that was really sweet. I need to get stickers made because that was impossible. I just broke out into a flop sweat trying to find my account on this phone. I really hate this phone. I know I shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth, but I'm all of a sudden sweating because I couldn't find my YouTube channel with one hand. Anyway, hi. So, I think I might have spilled the beans on the next house that we were going to. So let me plug it into my directional. So 450 South June Street. We are on Plymouth. So let me put that into my phone and see. Okay, we're gonna X that out and then restart. All right. .450 South June Street. All right. Let's see if it actually gets me there. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the support. We will add you to our members list. And thank you in our very next live stream. So far we got BD, Jay Walker, B. Duxton that is. I call him BD. I think you can too. And Cecilia. And now Joe. Great. So it's weird that you say that because the house of whatever happened to Baby Jane is on movie, the original movie that is. The house next door was the exact same house next door. And they tore down the next door house. Holy cats. Well, wait till you see what $6 million gets you. Wait. That's 6 billion? Sorry. So at the end of this, I've got some good news. I found some pretty cheap apartments to show you guys in case you want to move to LA. Cheap by LA standards. Lucerne. Hey Sam. Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. We're real estate hunting today. I can't tell you how lovely it is right here, right now. The breeze is really cool. Not cool like the Fonz, but cool like... So back on Aden over here, I actually think I should dip back down because it's a pretty yucky crossing over there. So we'll go down to 6th to go back up. But we'll get to see some more lovely houses. The trees, I keep saying this every like 20 minutes. Every neighborhood should be like this. They're so beneficial to our health to have some shade in our neighborhoods. Nothing but the best for Hancock Park. You know the mayor lives here. Trees, lampposts. I have not tripped on a crack on the sidewalk. I have not seen a heave on the sidewalk, despite the ficus trees up here. I think it's because the area from the sidewalk to the road is so wide, the ficus trees can kind of bump up there instead of the sidewalk. Oh, here's a crack. I'll try not to trip. That is a really smart thing. We met the other me, and he had a sticker. I wish I had a printer at home, but I would only use it like 3 times because we have a printer, it just dries up. But yeah, I would love to have some little printed thing I could pass out. That's my demographic, a cute little lady. Sometimes when I would drive home on Crenshaw from Culver City, that was my air quotes shortcut, I would end up coming out this street onto 6th. Or no, it's the next street up actually. And people drive down this like it's the Autobahn. We just went to Karen's house. She did not want to come out and talk to us. We started there. We said, "Hey, Karen." Never mind, I don't want to get political. I'm not saying anything bad about the government. Ooh, that looks fancy back there. That's probably their garage. Their garage is bigger than my apartment. Well, I guess that would make sense. I gotta tell you, everything is a lot smaller than it seems. Hey, Bob, thank you so much. Welcome. I'm gonna check my Google Maps as we continue. Every time I check it, I turn it off because I'm so impatient. So we are gonna turn right and then a slight right. Whew! The breeze is gone, the humidity is back. What a difference a block makes. So if it's your first time checking us out, feel free to like and subscribe and chat. Like Joe says, like one of the 10 Joes here say. Kind of the Joe channel. Hey, Mary! Happy Sunday! These mansions are starting to all look the same. And this house looks like a steakhouse. Like a Ponderosa or something. So Rossmore runs into Hollywood, of course, a couple blocks ahead. It's interesting. It ends at Melrose, and this neighborhood changes drastically. We're going to see that. I wouldn't say the disparity between the two worlds, because it is a more gradual change, but change nonetheless. Saturday was do you ever have one of those days? It started very early in the morning, and then it kind of continued. I was just felt challenged yesterday, and I just launched a membership, and I wasn't satisfied with a couple of things, so I really wanted the emojis to be there, and I wanted to start making. I have some videos that I'm going to put up, but I didn't want to put up things that I'd done before the membership. So I wanted to take a special membership drive. 4 times it took me, and I didn't realize until the whole drive was finished that I needed to do it again. So I would record, stop, go home, there would be nothing there. And then when I drove home from Highland Park the other day, the sound was so terrible and the jitters were so terrible that I couldn't post that as like a fun premium kind of content. Joe, we will definitely check out your channels. Thank you so much for the support and chatting here with us today. And every stream we're going to put up the members roster to give you guys a shout out. I only have the members as of this morning, so I'm going to put those up to thank you guys really quickly. And then I will add names to everybody who signed up today to the next stream. But I really thank you so much. And if I spelt anybody's name wrong, I copied and pasted. Hold. I keep getting the feeling that I'm... Okay. Not completely going in the right direction, but I am. Someone's getting a fresh coat of paint. I thought that was purposeful at first. So my hope for using Google Maps in this walk was I put all these addresses in first. So I would just open this up and look like I knew where I was going 100% of the time. It just kept putting them in a different order than they should be, so I couldn't use it. I thanked Stream Elements. Hey Tully, thank you so much for joining. I honestly, I just looked at that really quickly when I thanked you, Stream Elements. Hang tight for 1 second. We're running into the same little goofy spot. Let me just make sure everything is still plugged in the way it should be. Good. I realize that. We need to change its name to Sheila. I thought Stream Elements subscribed. I was totally excited. So, if you're ever going to Hollywood and driving from Wilshire, this is not the street to take. I feel like this is the most got a couple clustery intersections. Did Stream Elements subscribe and become a member? I'm kidding. That's the house. Like stately Wayne Manor. Actually, Wayne Manor would be bigger. Not the house we're going to see, just kind of a right size Tudor, if you will. Also, no fence or no gate. I'm facing the other side because we're just walking along a hedge over here. Sorry for the hiccup. Either way, thank you for the support. Oh, I thought you turned Stream Elements on, actually. I'm so sorry. Whoops. Oh, I love that one actually. Plain and simple. Oh, I actually didn't see it the other day. I didn't say stream elements when Cecilia NVD joined the other day. It showed up as like a colorful sort of thing. Box. I have to say, oh, what's this house? This has got to be another embassy or something. I see a shield over there. And a magic teapot. Either way, whether you supported by subscribing or memberships, I really appreciate it. And welcome. The support helps the channel to grow. I've never seen when people subscribe before today. Actually, just subscriptions, because I do this through... I walked too far. I'm going to go back down to South Muirfield Road. Which means I'm going to walk back into the warp. So we'll just go this way. Because we haven't before. What is this guy over here? So that's 145 North Rossmore. I want to make sure I didn't use both sides of the paper because I don't usually when I keep it in the notebook, but I ripped these out of the notebook. So this mansion. Aha, I found my page 2. I don't have this house on my list at all, but imagine that. Look at the little top part. I wonder if that's the bedroom. All right. Moving on. Ooh, smells musty in a good way. Nice little hidden house. All right. This one looks so kind of 80s and run down. There's initials on the window that say DB. So it's 217 North Rossmore. Somebody should look it up and see whose house that was. Whoa. Almost missed this one. But it looks very nouveau riche. Woo! Another trippy sidewalk. Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's like gated. There's a lot of those gates are a pain in the ass for people that just want to cross through those neighborhoods to get down a few streets. They're very controversial. Probably. But that house looks like it hasn't been painted in 20 years. So I'm guessing that's pre-Google. And when about 10 years ago, I remember walking through West Hollywood with a friend of mine that lived there, and they were like, that's Rock Hudson's house. And Rock Hudson had been unalive for a while. So sometimes when those people pass, their houses just sort of fall apart till the family sells it or it goes to the state. So we're heading towards Hollywood. We're on Rossmore. We're gonna stop at first building right up here. This sort of looks Normandy style apartment building, known as the El Royale. That's Spanish for the Royal. The address for... Sorry. There's like a little delay, and so sometimes what you're asking me about, I've already forgotten that I talked about. I definitely am good for babbling. Oh, I can't remember, but I will tell you later. It's North Rossmore. Gosh, I forget, sorry. But it did look like it had been abandoned for 20 or 30 years. Like slightly maintained. So, this is the El Royale coming up. I'll add it into the notes. Of course, we come to the El Royale and it's under a net. You know, I'm not responsible enough to have cash in my pocket. I have cash in my pocket and I keep pulling it out and I know I'm going to lose $11. So this building, the El Royale, built in 1929. It's a Spanish revival. I bet you wish you could really see it. But you can't. And that's the wrong building anyway. So you can see it. I thought it was part of it. All right, let's start that over again. Roll the tape. Okay. This is the El Royale. I really love, even though I hate this intersection that we just walked through, I really love these crazy New York style apartment buildings in Los Angeles. This one's from 1929. I just stepped in a hole. It was designed by Douglas Lee, the same guy that did the Chateau Marmont. Tried to say that in a French accent. It sounded Quebecois. So Clark Gable lived here, Loretta Young, Uma Thurman, Katie Holmes, and Ben Stiller, who is still alive. A one-bedroom apartment in this building cost $4,750, but good news, it's rent-controlled. The penthouse, which hopefully I'll be able to show you, we kind of saw it over there, that's $25,000. Again, rent-controlled, but for $4,750 a month, one bedroom, You could live in history. This is an apartment building. Let's see, I'm not going to walk out into the street backwards. This isn't one of those kind of videos where the YouTuber gets squashed by the city bus. Awesome, I hope we get to see the penthouse. We're going to come down slowly. Hi, sorry. All yours, that penthouse, for $25,000 a month, I'm guessing. If I had the money, I would probably have a hard time with spending $25,000 a month, but I might think about it. There's no air conditioning in this building, though. And historically, they can't add it. But rent control. Rent control. I love rent control. So next we're going to go to the Ravenswood. And there's one thing that the Ravenswood has in common with that, and is that Clark Gable lived at both places. So this neighborhood, we are kind of below the Hollywood sign. This street turns into Vine. Hey, LA Unknown, how are you doing? This street turns into Vine, and then, you know, hits Sunset, Santa Monica, and Hollywood Boulevard. Not necessarily that in that order. This is, okay, so we're looking at these really, I love this too, this Art Deco. This is kind of like Xanadu, the apartment building. Sing it. I wonder if those light up. I'm gonna go check the plaque out. I walked past that a little bit. I don't think I have it in my notes. Was that it's a historical place. I actually do have that it is, so the El Royale apartment is Historical Monument 309 in Los Angeles. I think it became that in the 80s. 81, maybe. I wasn't there. That wasn't in the notes. Oh my gosh. There's a guy who's who's very obstinate, cute little puppy is guiding the walk versus him. And we're gonna hopefully not cross paths. I don't see usually when it's a historical monument, it gets some kind of sign. So I want to take I want to get close to that. I would like to turn that into a t-shirt also. Oh, that's all right. I could look at that streamlined building all day and call it an Art Deco building. Look at that cute little Mercedes. The fins in the back. So it's not a big deal, but last building, the El Royale, because it's a monument, it should have a historical monument. It should have a plaque also. So here we go. Your wish is my command. Oh. Oh, wow. All right, get ready for this. So, this Art Deco design, built in 1934 by Milton J. Black for Jack Haley, the Tin Man and the Wizard of Oz. Wow. Maybe that's why it has some tin-looking fins. No, the plaque by the doors were blank. There was no plaque by the doors. I kind of peeked up it. I peeked. I kind of wanted to go up to the door and press the camera on it of the other building. This block really feels like another city to me also. So the architecture before coding, was so much more interesting. I don't know how stable these buildings are for earthquakes, but hey, this has got to be from the 20s. It's over 100 years old. I just love those windows. Hey, BD, happily Sunday. But I would want to live in that part of the building. This part of the building actually is kind of all right too. So there's another area that also feels untouched since the 20s, and that's 6th Street. We keep passing it over. It is really a long street. And I think that we might do 6th Street as a members-only drive video, because those houses are super cute, and it really feels like you are stepping into another time. Feels like the 1920s, and then we get to this, which feels like the 90s. This faux mansard roof. Well, not really a mansard roof. Oh. We almost passed, this is the Ravenswood. We're so close that we can't see the building actually. So we're gonna dip back. I love this building. It's 570 North Rossmore. It is more affordable than the last building, I believe. I'm gonna step back. I just dropped my notes on the ground. We do not want to litter. Ever. So this building, and I could be wrong. I'm doing great. I just wanted to work on stuff yesterday, and it was a kind of a crappy day, and I kept getting behind on things. So this supposedly only has 13 units. I don't get that. Wait till you see. This building is from 1930, designed by Max Maltzman, who was an Art Deco guy. Let me see if I can get a little. I'm sure those are lead-framed windows that swing out. So, most famous resident, well, Clark Gable lived here, but also Mae West lived in the penthouse until 1980. This building was sold in 1981. I wonder if they waited for Mae to move or pass on. Ava Gardner lived here, Clark Gable, Anna Faris. Apartments, you can see that it is for rent. $2,499 per month. And it says 13 units. This building sold for a measly $81 million in 1981. The sign is iconic. You see it from a couple blocks away. I feel like there are a lot of pictures of Mae West's apartment or penthouse here online. So I think the reason why also, if we probably picked through and researched some of these other buildings, a lot of 20s and 30s stars lived here. Is because we're right down the street from Paramount. I want to see what the best vantage point. We started at Mayor Bass's house. Hey, the Ravenswood. All right. The penthouse must be 2 stories. I think we hit the mayor's house about 40 minutes into the stream. I tried to delay it as much as possible. So Mae West could have easily lived there. Oh, in an Art Deco building. Mae West could have easily lived there and just hopped in her Model T Ford. 2 blocks up the street, Melrose, take a left. She's at the studio in time for makeup. And looking great. I wonder where W.C. Fields lived. I've just always kind of been mesmerized by these buildings as I'm driving down them. I did not drive today. I walked. I walked to start this walk. So this must be like the rectory for that church. I never turned my map thing off, and it's giving me directions to the very last place we went, Christ the King Catholic Church. We love a church, so we'll back out and take a look at it. I just don't want to get hit by anybody. You know they're good people, they're coming from church. Oh, I will definitely enable the DVR and YouTube settings. I didn't realize that that was something I turned on. I thought it was because I use Prism to broadcast. I've always kind of loved this apartment building too, driving by. So they really just sold it the year after she passed away. I like to think that her ghost is there. I wonder if JK knows anything about that. JK kind of has the skinny on ghosts. Or vortex. Vorti. So, you can see, like I told you, we just went from lovely neighborhood to industrial area. We are leaving Hancock Park. I have DVR turned on in Prism because I always go back. I don't always go back, but I sometimes look at the video and see if I can make a short, although I don't really make many shorts, or something like that. I had a coffee from Winchell's this morning. I have to tell you, it was like a gas station coffee, all watery, but somehow really satisfying. There's Bogey's Liquor, no relation to Humphrey Bogart, but I like to think so. So, full confession, just a little further, I also got a donut here because we didn't eat this morning, and the donut wasn't so great either. It was like a chocolate donut with a chocolate frosting on top, like an old-fashioned kind of donut, but it was too spongy. I'm a donut critic, by the way. Too spongy, and it had fake chocolate icing on it, so it's kind of gross. I took a bite out of it and tossed it. It was just enough sugar to shorts increase the revenue for sure. And I did create a ton of shorts when I first started doing YouTube. But creating more shorts is always in the back of my mind. I was going to create shorts for the members, just private shorts for the subscription. But I need to be true to myself. I love everything about live streaming and YouTubing. Not everything. Mostly I like connecting to people and talking to you guys. Let's take a little side street. We're going to walk up El Centro. Not on the plan, but... And the thing I hate the most are thumbnails and shorts, in that order. Some people really do great shorts. We watch shorts all the time. But I'm really OCD. Another reason why I just didn't stream yesterday. My day wasn't perfect, and I didn't want to have an imperfect stream. Not that every stream is perfect, but like I would just get stuck on picking a song for the background, or I would get stuck on a font for the short, or a cut for the short. So what I hope to do is learn from others who are good at it and maybe create a few more shorts. They're always on the table. Well, I'm going to do another one in the hills. I wanted to go to the hills yesterday because you had mentioned that you wanted to see the hills, BD. And I wanted to do Hancock Park because Cecilia had mentioned that a couple of times. So, but I want to do a more thorough hill drive with the 4K camera because it actually, I can stick it out of my sunroof and it gets really great shots. But again, I probably need Joe to be with me so he can just watch the screen. So tomorrow, I will absolutely hit you up, buddy. Joe, it was great to meet you today. Thank you for joining us. So coming up on the left is an orpheum, not an orpheum, an orphanage. Ooh, free plant over here, or these people are moving. But if it's a free plant, it's not. So this building over here, the Pacific Clinics, it was a school for a while, but this is the orphanage that Marilyn Monroe was in. I had a friend whose child went to school here when it was a school, Hollygrove. I want to try to get the front of the building, but don't want to stalk these teens. So I'll cross the street. Ooh, look at that cute little house. I would live there. Has a garage. I've always thought that the architecture for this building was weird for something that would have been an orphanage in the 40s, but I think it's these side buildings that were the campus, and that center building is somewhat newer. We will definitely be checking you out. Thank you so much for joining us today. Maybe the school is not here anymore. It was little kitty over there. And it's bliss. So there's a plaque somewhere connoting that this was Marilyn Monroe's orphanage. But I think it's inside of the fence, so we probably won't be able to see it. So dipping back onto Vine, this is kind of the beginning of like Music Row. We're about to walk by the famous Stein on Vine drum store. So we've all been at the other end of Vine on these walks. So the other end of Vine is Capitol Records. So from here to there, there were all these like record stores, recording studios, radio station type things going all the way up there. Poor little Marilyn. Okay. So you can see little recording studios on the side. You know, I apparently have the DVR turned off. I will, for the very next stream, turn that back on, or turn that on, so you guys can rewind. I thought it was something YouTube didn't turn on. I love the fact that the phone number doesn't even have the area code, which is surely 213, right? So I have no idea if this place is even open anymore because it's looked exactly like this since 2000. It surely is open because they have some modern drumming equipment in the window. I was wondering why I couldn't rewind the videos too, but I honestly thought it was, oh my gosh. I just want to show you this because it's a Gandhi laser disc. Sorry. I can't remember the last time I saw a laser disc. The 20s? The 2020s? Kidding. We're on Vine. We were on Rossmore in Hancock Park, and just when it hits Melrose, it turns to Vine. So we are about 5 blocks down from Hollywood Boulevard. I'm at 50% on my, or 15% on my phone charge, but I'm fully plugged in, so I don't think that should be a problem. No, I don't think that will happen. I just love the windows. The giant windows. Like, I went to high school in a building like this, but maybe a little more, not like this. I went to high school in the site office. But just this sort of era of buildings. My elementary school actually was like 70s style, or 60s. When I went to high school, those were the buildings that were built in the 1800s, 1900s, and also 70s, 60s maybe. Did you guys ever watch the I Love Lucy when she goes to Hollywood? Like a season that she's in Hollywood? When the very first year I moved here, coincidentally, within a year I left my job to try to, I moved out here and I transferred with my job. I really wanted to do something different. And so I took some time off, and I Love Lucy in Hollywood was on. I was like, this is crazy. What a coincidence. How'd the Matrix line up for me? And I just remember from her hotel room window, you can see the Broadway Hollywood department store sign. And so that would place the hotel like around here somewhere, and there's literally no hotel that I could think of that would have been the view from. Not even a hotel that was torn down. You can't really see the Broadway Hollywood sign as well as I can, but trust me, it's up there on the left. I also made a t-shirt of the Broadway Hollywood sign. I love fonts and signage. So we're heading up towards Hollywood and Vine. But they're never accurate, and they think we'll never find out. Like, she did so much crazy stuff in that episode. Remember, she stole oranges from the other side of someone's hedge. John Wayne's footprint. Lit her nose on fire. I ordered some merch. I'm getting it this week. Once I get it, I would say if you guys want anything, I definitely will send members some coupons, or whatever they're called, e-coupons. I'll definitely send some. And if you guys ever want to see the stuff that I haven't put up yet, that I'm working on, let me know. I'm happy to put that stuff up. It's, unlike thumbnails, definitely like a labor of love, and it's stuff that I would rock, actually. I'm excited for my hat to come in because the hat I'm wearing, I got it from Target because I forgot a hat one day to clip my microphone on BD, and somehow it changed like color. Use code pancakes. Actually, that might be a code. But I really want to touch it first. I maybe shouldn't have put it up on the website, but I was so excited about completing it, actually. I totally OCD'd on it for weeks. And I say OCD not in a pejorative way. I will show what I get on the chat. I'll do a try-on video. I'm just concerned. I'm so kind of picky about the way a t-shirt fits, and I'm not sure if I have a short torso or a long torso. I feel pretty proportionate in my legs and torso. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I feel like every t-shirt either just cuts across my chest and then bells out at the bottom, and it just looks like I'm a triangle. We should have used the Marilyn Monroe when we were at the orphanage. My only paranoia about the sign t-shirts that I've created is I've changed it enough so that it isn't like totally copying the sign, but it's still totally recognizable. Just don't want to get in trouble for somebody's copyright. Hey, Kasepi! Happy Sunday. Just left Hancock Park. Doing great. Heading for the Taco Bell. Not really. Oh, I made the Walking in LA shirts, just the first one. That's what I'm waiting for. Then I made like a t-shirt of the Lido Apartments, just the sign. And it's scaffolding. And then the Broadway Hollywood, and it's scaffolding. And the El Royale Apartments and Hotel, and it's scaffolding. I think we have so many cool, great signs in LA. Hello, Javier. Happy Sunday. Most of the signs are like 50, 100 years old. This should be out of copyright. I will, when I get home I'll put a post up of one of the t-shirts. I kind of want to save them or I can put them all up at the same time. They're very, if you know, you know. LA. They're signs that we see on our walk. They're signs that Angelinos recognize. Just a different way to celebrate LA. Remember when we went to Office Depot? I think that's the first time, Kasepi, you were on the stream. The thing is, if you're wearing it where you are, nobody will have a clue what that is, which just kind of makes it cool. It's like what is that? IKYK. If you know, you know. Also, nobody will know what walking in LA is on a tote bag either, so it's just an inside thing. I'm still using that cable today. The weird thing about that cable that I got, it's one of my favorites, is it doesn't always transmit the data, but it does sometimes. It's mostly great for charging the gimbal. I got a really tiny short one that I love, but I lost it because I have so many cables. So many cables and things to charge with. It is almost maddening. How many Winchels have we walked by? Huh. Hopefully it doesn't get you in trouble. You know, not everybody loves LA. I know that because I get a couple of dislikes always on my streams. It makes me very sad. Just kidding. At first I was kind of bummed out, but gotta take the good with the bad. So this cinema up here, unfortunately, is closed, but it is a Cinerama Dome. I think we might just take a look at it. Don't forget, Farmers Market is happening today. I don't know what time it is. 2:17, so the Farmers Market is definitely over. Here's one of the many thousands of buildings that Netflix has taken over. Oh, Facts of... I watched a couple of episodes of The Facts of Life recently for some reason. I think they just came up on YouTube. And it was... Edna has to spend Christmas alone. And then one by one, all the girls come back and spend Christmas with Edna at her shop. Ooh, Sunday, April 6th. Hey, Paul. I love LA too. We really love LA. So looks like we have a Ciclavia next week. This is one to go to because when these streets get closed down, that's interesting. I don't remember the one where Tootie smokes weed, but do you remember the good times where JJ gets an STD? And then while he's at the STD clinic, but they don't call it an STD because it's 1970 something, Jay Leno is young and also in the clinic getting tested for an STD. They really never show accurately what being on weed is like on TV, I feel like. I loved Good Times, and the Jeffersons. There was a time where those were both on TV, I think there was another show in between, in reruns, and I couldn't wait to watch the Jeffersons. I just loved Wheezy. But what did they say? They didn't say STD. You couldn't say STD on the TV in the 70s. You could say dynamite. I would love a JJ Walker t-shirt. Or ringer tee. The clap. But did they actually say the clap? It's one of my favorite STDs to reference, the clap. It just sounds funny. I'm sure it's not. He was really young, so it takes like a second before you realize it was Jay Leno. Actually, it doesn't at all. His head still is like giant, like a moon. He reminds me of Mac Tonight. They have like the same shape head. Oh my gosh, I'm still at 15%, which means everything is charging as planned. So also this Chase building was the site of the Lasky DeMille barn, a studio. One of the first studios was right here. They moved it to NBC. They moved it to Paramount at some point, and now it is the Hollywood Heritage Museum across from the Hollywood Bowl. I wrote them a letter asking if I could live stream. They responded, didn't say no. I maybe should follow up because I would love to go in there and live stream. That was one of the museums I was mentioned in an earlier podcast that I'd written to. What you talking about, Willis? I also loved that show. There used to be, the DMV was here. Here's the farmer's market that is closed, and a dick with a monster truck. Sorry for the French. That deer was not running. There's our Capitol Records building. You know, they say that's the building Nat King Cole built. There's only like one tent left at the farmer's market. They're giving stuff away now. Oh, VD. Remember that? That is my favorite car over there, the Land Rover with the green body and white roof. Usually a douchebag drives it, so that's why I won't get it, but or maybe that's a Defender. Also, there's a new car company that called Grenadier that makes old-fashioned-ish, right? It's like a $90,000 Jeep with, as we know, Land Rovers are not known for their reliability. Hey, Dennis. Welcome. Thanks for joining today. We're still at 15%, which to me that's a go. So we're gonna walk down Hollywood Boulevard. We are at 2 hours, 16 minutes. I have my watch on. Let's see. I don't know how to show you it. We're at almost 7 miles of walking, halfway to Santa Monica from here. The Prius was really well promoted here. I think that's why. Like, really well promoted. It was featured on the very last episode of 6 Feet Under when it was really, really new, and that was a really big deal TV show. Also, for a while, it was one of the only electric cars you could get, or hybrid cars you could get, or affordable at least. Joseph is at home celebrating his birthday by himself. That was his wish. Get out of my hair for today. And that's a joke. He didn't care. He's got a lot of stuff to work on too besides work. So he's working on some artwork. Oh, you're waiting for the metro. Well, we might see Joseph yet. Are you really waiting? Oh, you really are on your way here now. Well, that's awesome. So in the extra video, this is where we started. And then we drove down Hollywood Boulevard to Laurel Canyon and up. I get almost nauseous on that drive because the view down the side, phenomenal, but steep. And hopefully the $5 soft serve place is open because it's heating up and I'm about ready for a soft serve. And I have cash. It should be open for your birthday, Joe. No, it's never open. It's the biggest tease. We'd be better off going to the place on Western, but like 4 miles from here. What kind of camera are you using, Giuseppe? Or what kind of phone? Probably because for $5 an ice cream, they can't afford to have anybody work there. It's not seasonal. It's not like a Dairy Queen in Massachusetts. And I think it's like part of the $5, is that, I think it's part of the $5 souvenir shop. Giuseppe, is that a large phone or a regular sized phone? I have a Pro Max iPhone, so I have a Hohem M7 gimbal because I was using the DJI gimbal and my phone was just a little too heavy and it made the battery wear down pretty quickly. And I had issue balancing it sometimes. But if you don't have a super heavy, I would check the weights that the gimbals can handle. It's something I never actually thought of. And if there's a DJI one that can handle your phone, I would actually get that. This one is complicated, tricky to set up. Hold on for 1 second. It's complicated, it's tricky to set up. It's got more stuff on it than I could ever use or need. Like, it has a pull-away screen so I can focus, which I've used once. But it's an overkill gimbal for me. Does a lot of tricks. But it will support my phone. And so it supports me. But the DJI one that I had before, I really loved it because I kept the clip on it at all times so I could just stick it to the gimbal portion and I'm ready to run. And it was also a lot lighter. There's the Lido sign. So the bus tours used to be regulated. So there used to be 4 companies that did it, and now there are a ton. I would check Yelp, and then I would take a Yelp review with a grain of salt because everyone's a critic. There was a video somebody did where they rated the bottom 2. Brian Morton, where he rated the bottom 2, and the bottom one he said he really liked, actually. I think I remember where you used to live, Javier, although I can never find it. Wendy Williams. Poor Wendy Williams.
So remember how
I think you used to live on Whitley. Or was it? Shh, I did it again. Let me see if I can. Hey, Paul. We will get a tattoo for ya in commemoration, in memory. It's weird because I've never had, this has never been my area for nightlife. And I know that it's been pretty lively. I feel bad that I hadn't experienced this as a stomping ground. I don't know what that picture is, but she's taking her picture standing on Angela Lansbury. Just got a little respect for Murder, She Wrote. Happy birthday, congratulations. You probably lived here in the best time. I kind of wax a little nostalgic for the 70s and 80s in Los Angeles, and I did not live here.
Gospel track about Jesus.
Oh, no, thank you. The CBS is also kind of streamlined too. Art Deco. Somehow I never realized that. Maybe it was a theater at one time.
Hey America, Shabbat Shalom. Hey
Shalom.
Palestine, right? Say it.
Free Palestine. And this area was kind of crazy, especially a couple blocks behind the Yucca corridor. I walked the Yucca corridor and tried to recapture some of its past glory. We went to Carol Burnett's house, but we talked about it being a supermarket of drugs back in the 70s, 80s. We didn't touch on the Wonderland Emmers, but we could have. I'm gonna die with these people. Oh, it says walk now. Yeah, there she blows. Shall we go in and see if we're clean? I'll give them your phone number though. They're kind of not out and about the way they used to be. I wonder if they'll ever tear this building down. It is structurally unsound, but it is beautiful. Right? That's what I was just saying. It's not it has foundation issues from when they built the subway. So it's, and the Northridge earthquake. It's like structurally unsound. Also Pacific Theaters, which is back there, not torn down. That one too, from the subway and water damage from the subway when they built the subway. The Scientologists, I gotta say, have been really good about preserving stuff and keeping it clean, but there's more to being a good human being than that. Shamrock Shake is back.
Sure, guys. Get out there.
That smells so good. That's why they'll never remove it, I think. Let's give this guy a tip. I know I have money in my pocket. Shredding it, I gotta say. I did tip him because I feel like every time I film somebody performing, I'm stealing a little bit of their soul. And usually I have no money. I won't tip anybody else though, because I only had $1 single. I think the lady in front of me is eating a danger dog with a glove on, smart, while walking. She heard me. I feel bad. It looks like it was more special than just a souvenir store, that souvenir store. I kind of remember the first time I was here, this was not here yet. I don't really get this, why anybody would want to do this. Hey Mighty Bull, happy Sunday, welcome back. So, my guess is that Joe is here somewhere, and he's gonna pop up and scare me. I don't think people should be handling those snakes. They're creatures. Enjoy that song now. I'm hoping I can buy him an ice cream. What? This would be a perfect day for $5 ice cream to be open. They'd make a killing. A monetary one, that is. Cannot. I'm still at 15%. Amazing.
$9.99 hoodies on sale today. You won't find deals like this anywhere else. Hats, t-shirts, and shot glasses as low as $5.
Let me know if
Hoodies and sweatshirts are less than $10 here at the gift shop. Pick from all sorts of colors and designs for about $9.99.
Let's go steal John Wayne's footprint. All right, we're almost the $5 souvenir sign. All right.
So right this way, guys. Come on in. Your next sweater's
Nope. Maybe we can get Joe a donut-filled ice cream-filled donut.
Hollywood souvenirs, 6 shirts, so white shirts are $5 right here. Come on in.
We are in Carmen Miranda Square and chugging across the street. The lady with the Tutti Frutti hat. I'm just going to see if I can call Joe and see where he is. Hang tight. I usually don't eat from unlicensed hot dog places on the street. Okay. Hey, I'm across the street by Ghirardelli. All right. Okay, bye. I'm really not by Ghirardelli. But by the time the $5 ice cream place, I really want to come back here and get one of those, the chocolate one this time. The $5 ice cream place is been open like 3 times, and it's a good size ice cream for $5 sometimes, but it's more often than not closed. It's a nice way to look at that without bumping into all those people. Every detail of this theater, look at the little figurines and the little cutouts, I just love. And also El Capitan. So if Joe lets us get an ice cream donut, I'm gonna try to not spill it on my shirt today, or arm. Oof. But while we wait,
They're doing it 3:35.
let's check out El Capitan. Yes, what would you like? What is the favor? Absolutely. Oh, for one second I was like, Snow White's playing, but I forgot there's a new Snow White. Here, I'm walking very slowly, waiting for Joe, so I can do you a favor. Yeah, we'll go back while we wait for Joe. And Joe, whenever you get here, I'm gonna now be at Mann's Chinese Theater. So you don't sneak up behind me and scare me. I think it's been controversial from the start. The Snow White. I get and appreciate the point of view. This is a clean Superman. I get and appreciate the point of view.
Historic TCL Chinese Theater, where hoodies are only $9.99. That's right, hoodies and sweatshirts for only $9.99.
Don't listen to that.
This special will not last, so come and get your Los Angeles or Hollywood hoodies today.
So we should be able to spot it. Wait, footprints, right? Or star. Okay. I'm just looking for the... Here, I'm going to go down. I'm going to go down so you could see too. I'm just looking for the newest cement. Oh, that's actually Sid Grauman. Carmen Miranda. Why does Susan Sarandon have such a big star? No offense. I mean, if you're a Saran fan. Adam Sandler has little girl's handwriting. I never spend this much time looking at these. Johnny Depp.
Don't be scared.
Ah!
Does that scare you?
No. We're looking for...
Did you see my right behind you?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions at all, find us the open door. If you have any questions at all, or to find your favorite handprint or anything else, any questions about the movie, the tour, or anything else, find us the open door.
It was me.
Should we go in for a tour?
Can you?
I don't know.
Cost money?
I don't know.
Are you going to be around here for a bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you going to be?
Around this
You want to
area.
walk up that way? Or are you going to stick around here?
I'm going to stick around here. I'm looking for Enrique Iglesias.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Actually, one of his albums, like his earlier albums, my parents used to play it.
Hugh Jackman, Robert Zemeckis, Warren Beatty. All right. Enrique Iglesias.
What's that?
Is there an Iglesias here?
No, because we only have movie stars.
That's what I thought. All right.
And even the singers, we as a historian here, I have to keep the receipts because there's so many weird exceptions.
Gotcha.
So like, for example, Michael Jackson's films were directed by Scorsese,
Uh-huh.
and his music videos, and he'd be the first one to tell you they completely change movies because you go back
Right.
to the studio and they're like, why can't it be like this? Why can't?
Or even
the clips be-"
Madonna's videos,
yeah, exactly,
right?
Exactly. So that's Kobe Bryant has his own Oscar.
That's
why he's here.
that's where he did that animated movie.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
I
thanks.
love when people know. that makes me very happy because you have to understand that's in the story. People come here and they're like, "Where's Shakira?" I'm like, "In South America." I don't know.
They're probably looking for her star.
They
I
are.
think
And-
somebody asked me to find it, but I think he might have just gotten a star.
Yeah, but there's 3,000 and there's
Right.
like 250 of these. So it's like I can't memorize all the stars.
Oh, the comedian. You too. Oh, Gabriel Iglesias, the comedian. Sorry, I'm looking for Enrique Iglesias. I'll still try to find it. Was Gabriel Iglesias in a movie, though? Because these are only actors and Kobe Bryant. But if you really want to see if it's a star, I probably can't find it today, but I will definitely take it for you because we walk over it probably all the time. I almost just tripped a child because I didn't see them running in front of me. But let's find Marilyn. There's good old Connie Talmadge. Gloria Swanson. Okay. I'm sorry for not knowing who Gabriel Iglesias is. Marx Brothers. Norma Shearer. Was he a comedian in a movie? John Barrymore. Paula Negri. Most of... So, 2023, Jodie Foster, 24, number 24, Mickey Rourke, you would think they would be a lot easier to find because some of these pieces of cement are pretty big. It's not like the stars, which are everywhere. I will get you a picture of it. I just heard Iglesias, and I just assumed. Oh wait, here we got George Clooney from 2007. I guess before he... Mary Pickford. Oh, stop. We're taking a picture of Mary Pickford. This is like a Mary Pickford channel.
So they meant the comedian?
Yeah.
Did you find it?
Known as Fluffy, was immortalized in Hollywood on Tuesday as he left his mark in cement at the TCL.
So it's got to be a new one. That's the same guy? Him?
It's... Sorry. Oh, I'll ask him. I'm going to find out. It's... He's a comedian called Gabriel Iglesias, and he... Sorry, somebody corrected me. Known as Fluffy, and he was immortalized...
Oh, Fluffy, yeah, he's not here yet.
Oh, he's not here yet.
That's who you meant. If you had said Fluffy, I would have known.
I didn't.
No, he got the wrong. He got the wrong.
I also
name.
I also said Julio Iglesias,
No, you
or a different Iglesias.
That's okay,
Thank you.
but Fluffy's here. What happens is, because ever since they started with Marilyn Monroe,
Mm-hmm.
Marilyn Monroe, someone tried to steal her earring. that
Right.
very night.
Uh-huh.
So slowly but surely they migrated to doing things above the ground with a like a little.
I gotcha.
grandstand.
And then when Lucy
And
tried
then
to
they-
steal John
yes,
Wayne's,
exactly. They take it.
we can't have anything.
We can't have anything. You can't have anything nice. And ugly. So anyway, they take it and they put it into a warehouse to
Cure?
Cure.
Yeah.
Thank you for using the
Gotcha.
right words. I love
Right.
it. Cure and that's like Jodie Foster just showed up one time. I was like, oh, there she is.
There,
I've been
and
waiting
her
every
bare
day.
feet.
Every day, yeah, exactly.
Well-
Wearing bare feet. So I think he will be here very shortly. He's just drying. They don't want people to mess with it.
Gotcha.
People put their initials.
Terrible.
They'll just mess with it. So.
I know that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Well, there we go. I guess they set them in a to cure. Cement does need to cure. I thought he said something about somebody trying to steal Marilyn Monroe's earring. But I don't know. Joe, do you want to get an ice cream filled donut for your birthday?
Hey, Mr.
Hey, Rosa.
Is the soft serve place open?
Nope. Of course it's not open. Nope.
For 10. Keychains only 99 cents.
I don't know, man. I don't know about the strawberry. I mean the
Donut ice cream.
yeah. I feel like I might need some real food first.
I was really looking forward to that.
Were you really?
The minute I saw it.
All right, let's do it then.
All right, we'll do it. So there's chocolate, vanilla,
But only because a member requested
strawberry.
it. See, look. Come on, Joe. From BD. I'm only doing it because a member requested it.
Thanks,
so
BD.
if
Now
you
I
guys
get my
want us-
way.
If you guys want us to do more things and make requests, just become a member. We'll be your in real life Grand Theft Auto, except we're not doing illegal things.
Maybe more in life, choose your own adventure. Wait, Zara is gone?
We're kind of matching our outfits today.
Oh my
It's kind of
gosh, it
embarrassing.
is pretty hilarious.
Like I just realized now.
You realized it when you were in the house, actually.
I know, but I just realized that we have the same color shirt.
And pants. Well, we didn't know that we were going to be together today.
Like literally, we have the same color pants and the same fucking, the same
Oh,
color shirt.
that's what he was saying. We really can't have anything nice. So I came here, oh my god, it's cool. It's Tiffany Mickey and regular Mickey. How does that happen? I came here the other day. And
Home
now,
of the ice cream donut.
here it is. I ate here the other day, home of the ice cream donut, and I'm
What
going to
are you
have
gonna
another
get?
ice cream donut today.
What kind?
We all love Marilyn for sure. You become a member, I have a Marilyn Monroe emoji. Yeah. All right. So what are we going to do? I want to get, hey, how are you? Can I get a chocolate donut? And what do you want?
I'll have the same.
Do you want vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry?
I'll do the Oreo one.
So ice cream donut, right?
Yeah.
No, the ice cream donut? No ice cream donut. All right, thank you so much.
Have a good one, man.
We'll come back though, we loved it. No ice cream donut. They ran out.
I'm sorry. Don't
This
be.
is a bust for ice cream.
Nobody has ice cream. So if you're thinking of opening up an ice cream shop
We actually thought about that, remember? Like a cheap soft serve cart.
or like ice cream sandwiches,
I just don't want to sell things like that.
did you find the sign? What sign? The Hollywood sign?
I don't remember what sign. Oh, the sign for the building? Yeah. Way back. I'm so sorry. So ice cream sandwiches are not happening. They're out of ice cream or donuts, or the machine wasn't. I didn't even see the machine out. Hey, Kleber, the actresses are usually not in Hollywood unless
They're working.
they're here at the Jimmy Kimmel show.
The Kimmy Jimmel.
Kimmy Jimmel. Oh, Fluffy. Sorry. So Fluffy is curing right now. He printed it, then they take it to a warehouse so the cement can cure, and then they bring it back out. A guy actually explained it to us.
Let's get Joe a Ferrari ride. I'd be too afraid to crash it, to be honest.
And actually, we don't get to drive it. Somebody drives you in the Ferrari, I think. Or there's some dude sitting next to you. McDonald's is up ahead. We could get a Shamrock Shake. They still have the poster in the window.
I'll pass on that.
What about...
Right.
I'm pretty bummed out about the ice cream sandwich missing. Don't worry, we'll be erasing that later. We have a Harley Davidson store on Hollywood Boulevard. What do you feel like, Joe?
To be honest, I kind of feel like that papaya salad. But that's kind of out of the way. But I'm open. I'm keeping an open mind. It smells really good. It smells like hot dogs.
I know. I don't want a hot dog though.
I'm in for something that's easy to get to and chill, not super crowded. So maybe not in this area. I know, right? I won't shut up about that papaya salad.
So it's Joe's birthday. I think we're might get the papaya salad. I'm so hungry that personally a papaya salad is not gonna do the trick for me. So I will have a bite of papaya salad. Hey Bodie, we just walked up from Melrose. We've been on for about 3 hours now. So we were down in Hancock Park.
Someone said go to Melrose. You were just on Melrose, right?
Yeah.
Or you were over there?
Yeah, we were on there earlier. But I have a video on Melrose, and we kind of go frequently. In fact, one of the 2 places that we could have gone to today, one was we're going to get the papaya salad. One of the 2 places that we could have gone to today was the Melrose Trading Post, which was a giant flea market on Melrose at the very end.
The Thai market is probably open tonight. However, we are here way too early.
Too early for Thai market.
But it would be fun to go to.
I would really like
Right,
the
with
idea
the
of
skewers.
meat on a skewer right now, actually kind of a little tastier to me than a papaya salad, but it's not my birthday.
That's the spirit. Hey, thanks, B. Duckstein. We appreciate that.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Little time warp.
That was a blast from the past.
All right. Please, if you're just checking us out for the first time, we really love the support. Like BD said, like, subscribe, and then chat. If you subscribe, we'd love to hear from you. If you're curious, you can tune in to Direct TV channel 320, but if you want some real stuff, you can just stay here. Just kidding, I don't know what.
This guy's probably so nervous right here.
Who?
You know.
Elizabeth Taylor?
No. They think we're here to scare them away, especially this guy on the left standing right here. I saw a video of him the other day where Streets walks by. And,
which guy on the left?
Right there.
Oh, the guy in the white shirt?
Where Streets walks by and something beeps and he goes and runs away.
I'm already clear too. Oh my god, that ham sandwich kind of looked good. We're going to the Sisters Cafe, I think, on Sunset. But I've seen that.
Because it has a nice outside little area, which is ideal for streaming. Hopefully they have chairs out there.
It's kind of a beautiful day.
Don't want to be a problem. Can you just sit outside so we can get internet?
Can you get me a Diet Coke or something? Never mind. I want to go to Maselli's. Does Love to Eat Thai Bistro have outdoor seating? That turret you see, or that tower you see over there, that Spanish-y looking tower, is a church, but right in front of that is like the first outdoor mall in the United States. And it's also Hollywood's oldest Italian restaurant. If you loved burnt marinara, that's the place. Well, it's Joe's birthday, and he really wants a papaya salad. He went into 7-Eleven to get me a drink. I'm not sure what this... He went outside to get... ran into 7-Eleven to grab me a drink. It was very nice of him. I really appreciate that. We can share it. It's a giant, really, I know, unhealthy Diet Coke. Oh. That slaps, or smacks, or snaps. Joe got like a 40 of Diet Coke. Thank you, sir.
You're smart for that, BD. I keep trying to quit. Charlie makes it hard.
We really don't drink that many sodas. I wouldn't say we drank soda every day. Or
every week.
Or even every week. But I used to have a Diet Coke habit.
It's not very good for you. Even diet.
That's true. Want another sip? Ooh. We also have a soda water habit too. Sometimes it's La Croix, sometimes it's LaCroix, sometimes it's Waterloo, sometimes...
Bubbly or whatever that brand is.
Bubbly, yeah.
Here. We're trying to cut the habit though.
And then sometimes...
I don't think it's the greatest thing for you to...
I think I'm a Coke over Pepsi, but... if it's from a bottle, like if you're drinking out of a bottle or a can, I don't mind Diet Pepsi at all. Diet Pepsi is more...
You know what soda I used to be obsessed with back in
The
the day?
taste kind of covers your tongue in a different way than Diet Coke. Diet Coke is like lemony, even though there's no lemon.
I don't even think they make the soda anymore, but I used to be super obsessed with Sierra Mist for whatever reason. I don't even know why. I'm pretty sure it was like caffeine free.
I remember.
Do you remember Sierra Mist?
I do. I would never drink
What
Sierra
happened to
Mist.
it? Got bought out by Sprite and Pepsi.
Probably something like that. We never used to be allowed soda growing up. Or any crap food. And you think that's a great way to grow up? It is not. It is not.
It is. In the long run, it is.
No, because as soon as I had my own money or my
your
own
freedom, it became
freedom, yeah. But at the same time, as health conscious as my mother was, she would also take us to McDonald's.
Well, there you go.
Well, something tells me she just didn't want to cook that night, and good for her.
You get it. Jesus.
And also, she used to smoke. A cigarette and a Diet Coke would make me have to go to the bathroom, I think. So this building, like that other building, I guess the building on the corner of Highland, the National Bank building, this one is also unstable from earthquake, train, the subway. I think though, like the McDonald's, I don't think that we realized how just so shitey it was to eat. And maybe it wasn't back then. Maybe it wasn't. My father didn't have a lot of crappy food either. My father was a chef, so we had a lot of gourmet food, a lot of Asian food, both Vietnamese and Korean, and I guess maybe my father brought recipes home from the Navy. Would I buy any of these records? Kali Uchis?
Wait, show it.
No, because we're going to have to erase this song. Sorry. I'd buy Brat.
And the inner speaker, Tame Impala.
I didn't notice that. My mother did some cooking, and actually the stuff she cooked was not the healthiest. So there's the Thai night market, is right over in that parking lot.
I thought you loved meatloaf.
Doesn't look like it's going on.
Every night.
My mother made meatloaf occasionally, but my mother made like macaroni and cheese, but from the box. And
Keebler, we've been, or Kebler, or I can't really see.
Kleber,
sorry. We've been there.
We just went to Rodeo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna maybe do that, like the above Santa Monica in the future, but that is a really crappy signal area.
Also, if you want to take part in deciding where we actually go, feel free to become a member, because we will be doing different polls and it'll pretty much determine our future streams.
I think subscribe.
Shout out to the memberships. Sorry, you gotta plug it sometimes.
My mother made some kind of tuna casserole with noodles and wheat germ on top. That's what made it healthy, adding the wheat germ. I actually would love to eat that right now. I'm really hungry. The tuna casserole with wheat germ and peas. We're gonna go to Larchmont Village. We kind of walked by it today. I was so far below it, I thought about walking up to it. Check out this tiny car.
And in the future, we might even do premium members or premium videos where we show our faces, or Charlie shows his face, because I'm a bit more shy and mysterious. So all of you asking to see
I almost feel like
his face. I'd be terrified to be in that car
Me
if something
too.
were to happen.
I almost.
I'd say I'm more mysterious than shy. It's part of my lore. Oh. You alright?
When do they get the marble streams?
Oh my goodness.
We could do that. Only if you're watching me play Marble Rivals, it's going to be a shit show and rage quitting and hilarity. If you're watching Joe, you can see what a real level up
I think for sure
is.
I think for sure though, when the new Grand Theft Auto comes out, Charlie should do a Let's Play where he plays it on stream. Right? I think you absolutely should. And that'll probably be members only live streams.
I also want to figure out how we can do, live streams where we kind of watch something together. So I'm not articulating that the best way I could. But I think you know.
You want to watch
oh my gosh.
a movie night?
Right?
Playing in LA?
Kind of a movie night?
Right. Gaming in LA? Gaming?
I can't believe Unknown is here. Again, Raymond
So wait,
Chandler
LA
Square.
Unknown is unknown, right?
Yeah,
I'm
I believe
assuming.
so, yeah.
If we're alive, we'll be in old homes. There's rooftop movie nights. That could be fun.
We went to a movie, where was it?
I think he meant like where we watch a movie together on chat. I
Or,
don't know if you
or,
can do
or
that.
something together, yeah. Well, do you remember during the, what was that called?
Pandemic?
Yeah, pandemic. Pandemic.
Oh, okay. I figured it was you. I like the LA tag. You gotta represent,
People would go on Zoom and like watch stuff together.
Or do dance parties.
I'm not gonna do a dance party. Maybe we could take
That
this.
actually though could be an idea though, where we do like a almost like a Q&A type thing, or like a live hangout, and actually for only memberships only, obviously, but you guys would be able to get on cam too if you want to. That might be fun. Or if there's any other types of content that you guys can think of, let us know. Zoom fight clubs. There you go, Nomad. You'll be our first.
Or I could just pretend to stream and sit on my couch.
Oh, they know who these people are.
No, those were the guys in the car.
Who is this?
Adele, that's all I hear.
Who is this? It's some streamer.
It is not
Let's
for me.
find out. Yeah, let's find out. Let's get in his live stream.
Those are the guys that were just driving the tiny car. I don't want to be.
Is that okay? Sounds familiar. I don't know.
Oh my gosh!
Phase adapt. I don't.
It's like seeing
It
the
sounds familiar
Beatles.
actually. Some. Oh, he was in that little car.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. They're in the tiny car.
Let me see.
I feel kind of trapped right now.
Tony, bro. Where's Tony at?
Oh, okay. He's a Call of Duty streamer. That's so funny that we were.
Okay.
Hold on.
Walk to where I can see more. It's Bob Hope. It's the ghost of Bob Hope. These kids are really into old Hollywood. It's a YouTuber, a Call of Duty, a gamer, Call of Duty gamer. In a tiny, tiny car. Oh. He's a video game streamer. I'm getting... All right.
Should we go down this way?
They're trying to get Joe to ride in their car. Uh-oh.
Did it die?
Yeah. Hold on. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
His name is... Oh, it didn't die. It just turned off. His name is Phase Adapt. Catchy, huh?
My brother will probably be stoked, actually.
Oh, it's really weird. I don't know if my gimbal just died.
Right, it shut off. Oh, I think it's off balance.
Oh, there we go. Too complicated. It went to FPV mode.
Thanks, Kesapi. It's funny though how times have changed though, because like normally something like that would happen if you saw a celebrity, right? Like back in the olden days. But that shit that shit's not gonna happen anymore. Like nobody gives a shit unless they were like super, super, super big, you know?
Like Harry Styles?
No, but like no one's gonna
Taylor Swift?
No one's gonna freak out if they see, I don't know, I can't even think of one.
Tiffany
That's what
Amber
I'm saying.
Thiessen?
But like streamers, they have more power and more pull than ever. I mean, you guys saw that. That was a traffic jam in the making.
Those kids' bikes were out in the street.
I loved that. That was a fun moment. I think that's what makes the city feel like a city. It might still be, yeah, it's gonna die again. Give us 1 second, we're gonna fix the, I think it might be like off balance.
Be careful not to push it in too much because... All right, there we go.
It's good?
Bright, when's the last time you heard that name mentioned? Imbalance. Gorgeous. All right.
Who's Phase Adapt? Because we just ran into him right now, and like all these kids saw him and fucking got back to the stadium.
I one time saw Obama in the Chicago airport before he was president.
I asked the kid, I'm like, who's that?
He asked me for a lighter.
I'm like, oh, I kind of thought maybe it was part of the face prank. Didn't we just talk about that? Phase? You're talking about... Right. Yeah, we were talking about that. All right, love you, bye.
It's weird. It seems a little off balance. Sorry if you're getting Batman ground.
That was a fun little moment.
I will say one time, speaking of Tiffany Amber Thiessen, I actually saw her in person, in public. A beautiful lady. What?
Oh, is it doing it again?
No, it's just, it seems like it's, oh, because the balance is off. Hold on. Tilt. Roll. Kind of late in the day to do this. Hang tight 1 second. We're just adjusting our equipment.
And the Mighty Bull, I agree with you 100%. The Mighty Bull is always dropping
Wisdom.
fire comments.
I can feel it getting warm.
Oh, you think it's overheating?
Well, like it's just trying to adjust or compensate. I think when it's overcompensating, that's when it kind of, the battery doesn't last as much.
Now it's fine?
It seems to be fine. It's rolling to the left. So let me just push it to the right. I think we might be good for a little bit.
I think it just beeped.
But I do think we're at 5%. So my 15% has lasted a very long time.
Yeah, it's beeping.
My 5% will probably not. So we are going to sign off now. Bed Bath & Beyond is totally gone. I think my gimbal needs to be rebalanced. We got a Burlington Coat Factory instead. We can sometimes get really cheap skin wash there, by the way. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining. This has been a really awesome walk. I'm happy to see so many of you for the first time, so many of you for the second time. We have memberships. I want to thank those of you who have signed on to become a member. Our Sidewalk Surfers level. Good stuff coming. Happy birthday, Joseph. Thanks, LA Unknown. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Drop a comment, drop a like, drop a beat. Anyway, have an awesome rest of your Sunday. We're gonna go eat papaya salad. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys. Have a great one. Bye.
Or maybe bye. There we go.
Bye.